Publication of criminal antecedents. Disclaimer: this training material is for use in training of officials. It should not be referred as guideline of ECI. In case of any variance in this training material, the ECI guideline, rules, laws shall prevail. In this video, we will learn about criminal antecedents. What do we mean by the term criminal antecedents? It is details about the past of a defendant or a person found guilty of a crime. Hon'ble Supreme Court, in its judgment titled Brajesh Singh versus Sunil Arora and others, has given the directions regarding publication of criminal antecedents. It says, each contestant candidate shall fill up the form as provided by the Commission, and the form must contain all the particulars as required therein. It shall state in bold letters with regard to the criminal cases pending against the candidate. If a candidate is contesting an election on the ticket of a particular party, then he or she is required to inform the party about the criminal cases pending against him or her. The concerned political party shall be obligated to put up on its website the aforesaid information pertaining to candidates having criminal antecedents within 48 hours of the selection of the candidate and not prior to 2 weeks before the first date of filing of nomination. The candidate as well as the concerned political party shall issue a declaration in the widely circulated newspaper in the locality about the antecedents of the candidate and also give wide publicity in the electronic media. Wide publicity means publication shall be done at least thrice after filing of the nomination papers. Different forms and action to be taken by and what platform to be used is shown on the screen. Format C1 will be filled by the candidate and it is regarding criminal antecedents to be published in newspaper and TV. C2 for political parties, for publication in newspaper, TV and political party website. Format C3, action to be taken by returning officer and it is the reminder which is to be given to the candidate. C4, action to be taken by the candidate, that is candidate will write to DO, that is candidate will inform the DO and it is the report to be submitted before the DO. C5, political parties to CO. C6, CO to Commission. C7, it is about political parties. C8, political parties will inform the Commission regarding the report of compliance. It shall be mandatory for political parties to upload on their website detailed information regarding individuals with pending criminal cases, including the nature of offences and the relevant particulars such as whether charges have been framed, the concerned code, the case number, etc., who have been selected as candidates, along with the reasons for such selection, as also as to why other individuals without criminal antecedents could not be selected as candidates. The reasons as to be selection shall be with the reference to the qualification, achievements and the merit of the candidate concerned and not mere winnability at the polls. This information shall be published in one local vernacular newspaper and one national newspaper, on the official social media platform of the political party including Facebook and Twitter. By national newspaper we mean at least one edition with a circulation beyond 75,000 as stated by the DAVP or Audit Bureau of Circulation in publicly available records. Editions in more than one state as reflected in the publicly available records of DAVP or Audit Bureau of Circulation. Local vernacular newspaper means at least one edition published within the geographical territory of the state or union territory in the local vernacular language with a circulation of at least 25,000 as stated by DAVP or Audit Bureau of Circulation in publicly available records. However, CO concerned may, if deemed necessary, Fix a lower circulation floor not below 15,000 in the states of Arunachal Pradesh, Goa, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura, and in union territories except Delhi and Chandigarh. Registered with DPR of the concerned state or union territory and eligible for receiving attainment from it. List of local vernacular languages in each state or union territory shall be specified by the CEO of the state or union territory, who may, if deemed necessary, seek advice from the DPR of the state or union territory in that matter. Timeline for publicity of criminal antecedents for Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha. Within first 4 days of withdrawal of nominations, between next 5th to 8th days, from 9th day till the last date of campaign, that is the 2nd day prior to the date of poll. Example: if the last date for withdrawal is 10th of the month and poll is on 24th of the month, the publication of declaration shall be done in the following time period. First block for publication shall be done between 11th and 14th of the month. Second block for the publication shall be done between 15th and 18th of the month. Third block for publication shall be done between 19th and 22nd of the month. Timeline for publicity of criminal antecedents for Rajya Sabha and Vidhan Parishad within first 2 days of withdrawal of nominations, between next 3rd and 4th days, from 5th day to 6th day prior to the date of poll. Political parties must disclose the results of such selection, publicize it, and intimate in the prescribed format to the Commission within 72 hours. Failure to comply with this need to be reported for the contempt. All contested candidates who have criminal antecedents must publicize the details in the prescribed format as described timeline. All those candidates who return uncontested and have criminal antecedents must publicize the details in the prescribed format as per described timeline. The matter in newspaper shall be published in font size of at least 12. Details should be given separately for each case in separate rows. If a candidate is contesting on election on the ticket of a particular party, then he or she is required to inform the party about the criminal cases pending against him. The candidate shall report about publishing of declaration regarding criminal cases immediately after such publication to the returning officer. In addition, the candidate shall submit a report about publishing of the declaration regarding cases in format C4 along with the account of election expenses within 30 days of declaration of result of the election. In cases of election to the Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha, this will be submitted to district election officer concerned. In case of election to the Rajya Sabha and Vidhan Parishad, this shall be submitted to the returning officer concerned. Format C1 is shown on the screen. Format C2 is shown on the screen. The particulars regarding criminal cases pending against the candidate shall be in bold letters. The matter in newspaper shall be published in font size of at least 12. The above information shall be published state-wise for each state or union territory. If a candidate is contesting on election on the ticket of a particular party, then he or she is required to inform the party about the criminal cases pending against him or her. The political party shall submit a report about publishing of declaration of regarding criminal cases in format C5 to the CEO of the state within 30 days of declaration of result of the election concerned. Format C3 is shown on the screen. Format C4 is shown on the screen. Format C5 is shown on the screen. Format C6 is shown on the screen. Format C7 is shown on the screen. The political party concerned shall then submit a report of compliance in format C8 with the Election Commission within 72 hours of the selection of the said candidate. If such a political party fails to submit such compliance report with the ECI, The ECI shall bring such a non-compliance by the political party to the notice of the Supreme Court, which shall be treated as contempt and shall be viewed very seriously. Format C8 is shown on the screen. Format CA is shown on the screen. The CO may get an indicator list of various newspapers which have wide circulation in the various district or different constituency areas in the state prepared by the state DIP. This indicator list should be shared with the political parties and the candidates. If someone publishes false information about criminal cases of another candidate, then publication of false statement in relation to candidate will be dealt with the section 123(4) of the RP Act 1951 and section 171G of IPC. Publication of criminal antecedents in TV channels will be done in the TV channels which are available or popular in the areas concerned. Publication in vernacular language or in English. Font size should be standard size used for displaying printed material on TV. Its duration may not be less than 7 seconds. Publication will be done in between 8 am to 10 pm. If after filing the nomination, status of criminal cases changes, then candidate can revise the details. Expenses for publication will be borne by the candidate and the political parties in respect to cases. Such expenses will be counted for the purposes of the election. Returning officer cannot act on any discrepancy in such details and is not supposed to inquire into correctness of declaration published by the candidate or political parties. If such candidates or such political parties do not publish in the prescribed manner, then such failure may be grounded for post-election like election petition or contempt of Hon'ble Supreme Court. Notice format regarding non-publishing declaration about the criminal antecedents, which will be served by the CEO, is shown on the screen. In this video, we have learned about criminal antecedents. If you have any doubt or want any clarification, then you can contact through the mail as shown on the screen. For other videos on elections, you can visit the web address as shown on the screen. Thank you.